Hey, 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 what's happening, my people? Today we're going to get into one of my personal favorites, Star Tropics. This is a game that I had way back as a kid, growing up. It's got some of my favorite platform and gameplay mechanics that Zelda brought, but it also has some of my, what I consider, humor from games like Earthbound. And I know that it's gotten a little bit of popularity and it's gotten some recognition, but I'm not gonna lie, it needs more. So I felt that it needed at least a playthrough and a see of all that. So let's get into this. Let's jam to this beautiful island music and just have a grand old time. Oh, look at that transition. Like, what a great little intro. What a great little, music play. For what was it, 1990? Oh man, I was a wee little one. I don't even know if I'd held my real first controller at that point. So like I said, it's got very obvious Zelda mechanics and look and feel for some things, and then other things, it's just platform-esque, and there's a lot of fun things to this game that just feel like need to be seen and recognized more. So you dropped off, obviously, on the helicopter that we didn't ride in, and landed here on this plus sign. I think it's a plus sign. And you get to explore the island. There's this world view, kind of like Zelda 2, and you get to explore. Really, there's not much to explore in this first place. There's a couple things to explore later. Obviously, we want to get to that cave, and there's this little village town thing here. And this is one of those games where you kind of have to talk to everyone, which sometimes is easy, and sometimes is a pain in the ass. So, let's talk to all these funny people. Welcome to Sea Island. Look at this kid. It looks like legitimately some little kid drew that. Mike, you're an ace pitcher. I hear. Show me how to throw a fastball sometime. How they all know you already is just beyond me. But I'm Miss Coral, 1990. Do you think I'm pretty? You've got two eyes. Other than that, you got a nose, mouth. You talked. I guess you have a mouth. Not our chief yet. He's waiting for you. Why is he waiting? Must be something afoot. Mike, your uncle told me about you. I feel like we're old friends. No, I don't know you. I'm gonna save the pig. Pig's one of the better ones. I have to hurry. I'm gonna roast a pig for your welcome party. Yeah, I think you missed. You missed it a little bit. Your uncle, Dr. Jones. It's so nice. We call him Dr. J. Well, last week I met Dr. J. He was very busy solving some strange puzzle. I wonder what puzzle that could be. Where do you come from? Americola? Yeah, there's these little references that, for 1990 are not that funny anymore, but I don't really want to go fishing. But there's just some funny, look at this guy. What is up with this guy? He has no neck. His face is just there. The Southern Cross. Suddenly I saw many shooting stars. Legends say shooting stars are omens of disaster. Oh me, oh my. I think there's a back entrance here. I swear there is. I recall there being something back here. Maybe I'm just losing it. I'm old. I forgot. Alright, let's talk to you. You're not gonna let me in. Everyone else seems to know who I am but you. Let's go talk to this pig. He's just happy because he's not cooked yet. Oink, oink. And of course, that's the humor here. So, will you enjoy that humor? Because I sure do. Alright, let's go talk to this big fat guy because he's the chief. Hey chief, look at me. I'm the chief. I'm Chief Coral and a good friend of your uncle. Listen, Mike, I have some bad news. Last night, try not to be too upset, but your uncle, Dr. Jones. Dr. Jones! Oh, Indiana Jones reference right there. Has been abducted. We must keep this from the islanders so they don't panic. Well, wouldn't you want them to know so they could help? Just a little bit? Can you? Of course I can help. You're brave. Take the star. Right? You get the star. Ready? Ready for the star? If you don't know this yet, this is going to be funny because it's a star. Here it is. You've got a yo-yo. That's right. You get a yo-yo. I don't know why they thought that was a good idea, but again, like kind of like some of the mechanics in Earthbound, there's some funny weapons and whatnot here in Star Tropics. Alright, so I don't know if anybody says anything different. I'm gonna go right to this guy because this is where I want to go. Thanks. And into the creepy old lady who waves her hand. I used to think, is she holding something, or is that just like her thumb and her pinky sticking out to the side? Because growing up, I always thought she was holding some weird stick, and like this used to creep me out. This lady was like, I used to just smash the A button so I didn't have to look at her and see her. She creeped me out. He was abducted because he found a secret in the Lost Ruins. Southern Cross. Many wild monsters await you in the dark below, but remember, the magic of the Southern Cross is always on your side. Now begin the test of island courage. Good luck. Alright, so here we are. This is it. You go up, down, left, right. B does attack with the yo-yo. And A jumps. Now, A just jumps straight up unless there's something for you to physically jump onto. There's this grid mechanic, which maybe you can already notice from me walking. And you have to be facing that direction to go that way, obviously. But there's a little bit of like delay, especially in the up and down. So you can almost see this slide. So there's some interesting little pieces that I know some people didn't like about this game. But once you get comfortable with it, it's pretty easy. There's a little bit of, anticipation that needs to happen. And here's a good place to kind of demonstrate. Like, they give you what's I consider like an early tutorial. Like, this is like, oh, I can jump over this. As long as I'm facing that way, I jump over one space. Right? And I can reach that. And the game really wants you to use that. Ooh, a star. Won't see many of those. If there's a brick side by side, you'll do that. And there are boss fights that rely on your ability to really handle that and do that quickly and, accurately. And if you can't, then this game is a struggle. But if you can, this game isn't that hard. It's not the most forgiving. There are some cheap deaths, I'll say that, especially as you learn the game. If I can recall some of them, I'm going to avoid them, but I'll obviously let you know. This is also one of those games where that little exploration can definitely be helpful. Sometimes that's what gets you those cheap deaths. So you always want to be a little careful. You always do want to explore and almost always jump on every single button. But there are some of those cheap deaths that you want to avoid. And health in this game and these stars actually, I'm shocked I've already gotten 4. I don't think I can ever think of the time I've gotten this many this quick. Alright, otherwise you'd be like, oh, well, the door's locked. How do I get through? You always gotta check those. Eventually we'll get some extra hearts. We'll get some, one of those like potion things down at the bottom, if you can see that in my little grid down there. Alright, so 5 gets you a refill of 1 heart. Obviously I didn't need it. I haven't been hit yet. Some bad guys will do a full heart, some will do half of a heart, some will do more later in the game, I think. But it all depends. Alright. I think I want to go right. I think I move like I progress forward. If I go left, I could be wrong. It's been a while. Ooh, what's this? Ooh, I don't know where I want to go. Alright, so the game wants you to like be aware of that jump, because that's the jump where you die. And it's an instant, you just can't swim. Ooh, skull face. I think some of these bad guys are really simple, especially early. Some of these guys get to be quite a pain in the ass. Okay, so nothing over here. I've jumped on everything, nothing this way. Other than Skull of Death. I've jumped on everything on this side, so I want to go that way. I have not jumped on everything over here, so I do want to just double check. Just in case. I think I jumped on all these two up here, right? Okay, looks good. Let's go left. Maybe I needed to go up the whole time. It looks like I need that. But this music is just so catchy. I mean, I don't dislike this like little platforming. I don't mind the slide. Once you get used to it, you don't even recognize that that's what, you know, an issue. I guess I didn't need to do any of that. I just need to jump up here. Alright, and away we go. Alright, eventually you'll see some, like a little bit of repetition. You'll see some real simple, like, alright, so I got this fire thing. And I can pause it and choose. I forget if I can. Oh, I can just straight select, move over. You pause and you have some magic items. I don't think I've ever had more than one magic item, maybe two. There's some super helpful ones, especially come. I think it's the second boss. Oh. Oh, I don't want to use that. I don't know if it's. I need a lot of those for later. I forget. Some of the special items don't really get that helpful. All right, so here's where we get like to the closer and closer to the boss. It gives us this game change music. What's going on? Alright, again, you check every single one. Except for like, and we'll see there's some fake ones later. Alright, we got that. Wall to the right. That gives me more fire. Give me the fire. And I just throw like almost like the yo-yo. Like I don't think it does more damage or goes farther. I just think it's a different weapon. Alright, so this is super important. We need this. Definitely want these medicines. These things, I don't think we keep them from like one world to the next, but they are super, super helpful. And again, you want to do all these explorations. Man, I'm really struggling with that word. That's a tough word. But I think it's right here that I'm gonna say you don't want to. It's either right here or it's the next one. But one of these is one of those cheap deaths where you walk through the door, like right. I don't know if it does it here, but like I walk through, you see how he jumps, and you just jump into water, which sucks because there's not a lot of them, but the game does screw you over every once in a while, and you're just dead. You can't do anything about it. Most of the time, it's not that bad. This is one of those trickier spots. I gotta jump. Yeah, see that? Have him run over you. But when it happens, it sucks. There are definitely other times where you get one-hit kills, but you can actually like see it coming at you. There's this bowling ball phase, I'll call it. Alright, here's the first boss. And I don't think he can do anything to you if you're on these left or right. Little... So I can hit you though. So I'm gonna just keep, like, as long as you're smart. Oh. So that's a little bit more of a range. Get out of there, yeah. Oh. Then the yo-yo. Oh, that was silly. Get out of there, there you go. Get out of there, Mike. Oh, that was silly. Take that hit. Oh, get out of there. Right, so nothing crazy, especially early on. Pretty simplistic. Be careful because, especially if it's your first time playing this game, you can have these cheap deaths. You will jump accidentally into the water right here and die, and that's like one of those dumb deaths. And why? There's just bones of the snake. I have no idea. I learned the hard way a few times that you'd have like that half of heart left for health, and then you were dead. So, if you wanna, just in case I get up later, so like 2.5, and the yo-yo does that 2, or like 1.5. It doesn't even get to the full distance, maybe. That's important. But also, when you want to use these, you got pause, go up, or push the up or down arrow. And then you can choose your magic item. That gives you full health. I don't think I get to keep it to the next stage, so I don't mind using it. Again, you can die here. Not that I anticipate there being a real reason to jump into the water. You get points. I don't get games that involve points. I just like, okay, Pac-Man, sure, okay, makes sense to me. Tetris, makes sense to me. Games like this, it never made sense to me. And you're going to see me walking into a lot of walls like this because I know that there are certain areas where you can walk and you'll get like a heart or an item that you need or a secret passage or all these things. Engine is 1492. Okay. We'll need that. Yep. Memorized it. Good. Please get on board sub C. I'm afraid of what? What are you afraid of? So you go here, and this is where we meet the best and coolest robot. Navcom. There it is. I was like, I know he says his name at some point. There you go now. Start engine. Aye, Captain. Right, and then you just take off. And you just leave. You don't say bye. You just see all the weird people just standing there. And you just drive into the distance. Away we go. Right, so that's World 1, Chapter 1. I don't even know how it's broken down. And some of these stories just don't connect at all. But, honestly, it's the Nintendo. Like, most games had almost no story at all. I don't even know when I got those 2 hearts. I just get those at the end of the stage. I'm just seeing this now, because they're empty. Yeah, like, the story wasn't really there. Yeah, I'll find your son. Go away. Are you gonna teach me? No, I thought you taught me something. Alright, and it just kind of expects you to know that you can squeeze through these. Honestly, I haven't seen the manual. Part of this is just like, I remember these things. So if you look below me, right, where is it? Come on. Yeah, right there. You just saw it right there. See below me, it gives you that little visual. I don't know if you have to just be next to it and I'll show you. it showed me there it is. So now I know I can slide through. I can't do what I want to here yet. I haven't learned that little technique, but you dock, you can go to the lighthouse, explore. I think we're gonna do, this. I'll do this world too. I don't think it should take that long. Sorry, but I'm not seeing how. Please visit my wife at our south house. She enjoys company. I'm gonna give her some company. Yeah. Okay, can't go that way. Can I go this way? That's blocked off too. So I don't even give you like any real information. Alright, I'm assuming this is your south house. I will go there in a moment. But again, knowing this game, like, notice like there's a slight difference in pattern right above me at the wall. So like those little things that, again, I'm not a designer. I could never talk about that. Gives you that little information. So I know that this is a little shortcut. There's nothing here at the moment, but at least I know it's there. I don't know if there's anything else. I swear that brought me to the health. I guess not. Okay. So let's visit his wife. She'll tell us something. Maybe she loves company. You guys don't even have like a bed or something to sleep on? You just sleep on the table? Bottle on the beach. I wonder if it's a clue. Okay. So that's probably what I need to go get now. Alright, do we see it? Yep, we see it. So there was something there. Dun, dun, dun. We got a bottle. Oh, you read it. Help. Captured by aliens. Tell my nephew to use code 1776. Alright. Nope, I don't want to read it again, sorry. Just mashing A. Go faster. Alright, so this is going to give us our neat little trick. I thought the dolphin taught us this for some reason. Okay, you code in, there you go, Navcom. Submergible system ready. B to when you want to submerge. So like, okay, like it still gives you like a little bit of that mechanic that's kind of tutorial walking you through. And up here. Wait, I can. Oh my god. I know this sounds insane, but I don't think I ever knew you could just step on the stairs and then step any direction. I just always followed the stairs. We're gonna get this heart. Because, yeah, health is necessary in this game. You got a big heart. Thanks, I do have a big heart. My life level is increased. Alright. Let's go to this little cave and kick some ass. Find that little boy dolphin. Alright, so we're gonna check. I don't see anything. And again, like, you'll typically see it. Sometimes it's not. Like, it almost looks like, see that black part right by the stairs? I don't even know what that is. Is that stairs? It looks kind of like that. Ooh. Yes, give me that bat. So the bat's really not that great, but it lets you attack in all directions. So, especially in a game where you can only attack up, down, left, and right, that gives you that extra range. It can be super helpful. This is the first stage of the invisible or the dropping blocks, which when you get to some of the later stages can be extremely difficult. Early in this game, it's not that bad. Alright, so we just kind of wait. Make sure we don't jump into the snake. Oh, another bat. Come here, bat. Can I hit you? Oh, I would like to hit you. Thanks. Alright, I'm gonna let the snake run at me. Get out of there. And again, like falling in the water is instant death. You don't really want that to happen. And it stinks because if it's like slightly submerged or like slightly coming back up, it can get to my. Oh. Okay, where you at? Where you at? Where you at? You come back? Come back? Come on. I'm gonna kick your ass. That's what you get, dumb fish. Yeah. me one more. Give me one more. I want my full health. That's it. The dumb fishes want to attack me? Okay. Oh, these guys are rough. They're just fast. If you don't get to them, they can be real dangerous, especially when there's a lot of them. Ooh, that was a little not great timing. Oh, there's my health. Well, alright, let's check all these before we go all the way back. Okay. Ooh, that was a little early, actually. Yeah, the timing of this is just a little stressful. There we go. Alright, so as I get attacked. See at the top, right by the door, just to the left of it, there's that little bit of a difference in the ground. That's what I'm talking about. And that's what I'm talking about with the bat. Like, right? Didn't have to come up, didn't have to risk getting hit, didn't have to jump and hope that I, avoid him. Those little things are game changers. Most of the time it's not that bad, but alright, where are you gonna stop? You're gonna stop right there. So I'm not gonna go. Right, I'm gonna go walk through this in a second. I'm not gonna get the health because I want to save it in case I get hit. Just in case, right? Because I don't know where the bat is over here. Right, we check just in case. Nothing. And there we go. This is what I'm talking about. Oh, I got one. Ah, crap. Oh, I should have held that. Alright, I got you. Alright, one more. There we go. Alright, so pretty good actually. Although some of those guys, there's a lot of them. It's dangerous. Alright. Pooferfish guy. I mean, it's just easier to check all of these as you're kind of going. So I know it's going to be one of them. That was it. That's it. Get out of there. Go. Alright, I haven't gotten anything special. I haven't gotten medicine, and there's another special item that, honestly, it's probably one of my favorite special items. I think it's funny that they just had you go through that section, give you like the boss-esque music, and then just take it away. Alright, nothing special here. So this has got one of those special spots. I could run off screen, I guess. Just run away. Oh, damn. No, get off me, get off me. Let's go this way. Open up. Give me something good. Snowman! This is one of them. I love this thing. Alright, I think you die if you go through the door. I could be wrong, but I don't recall ever going that way, so I'm gonna assume that it's one of those insta-death spots. There's a little baby dolphin. He says, help me, help me, help me. And you're gonna need some help on this guy. This is, oh, jeez, this is definitely one of the, especially early in the game, there's some tricky little pieces to this guy. Angles that he shoots. Alright, my mid-air pause. So nothing's gonna happen to me if I do this, but I do want this to happen. And this is huge on this boss. If you don't have this, you really have some trouble. So now I'm gonna just stand below him and just hammer him with the yo-yo. Probably won't kill him this one time, but I want to try and get in as many hits as I can, because if you don't hit him enough in these 2 attempts, you've then got to do this, and you only get like 1, maybe 2 attempts in to hit him, because he moves fast. Come on. Die. Alright. So, probably should happen in 2 of those things. Not, again, the hardest. Still difficult. Every now and again, I try to stay in those middle 3. You're just safer. You don't accidentally jump to the right and off some blocks or something. Yeah, I hear you. Jeez, he likes to talk a lot. Try to be faster than that, at least. Wow, you've done it! There we go. Alright, so they stand over there, and then, they swim right there waiting for you to get into your sub. And then you chat with them, and they say, quick. And then we bounce, and that's World 2. So again, like, I don't know, it's not the craziest best game in the world, but there's some level of enjoyment with like the ridiculousness of these things. These boss fights are fun. These levels are not crazy difficult or crazy easy. There's just enough, especially in some of the later ones where they get really tricky. And maybe that's why people just got to those later ones and they were like, screw this. I don't really know, but I just feel like these games just didn't get the same amount of attention that they could have. Maybe because it's not one big world, it's like, oh, you're in this little world, which is connected to this one, but it's just not the same full world put together like Zelda is. I don't know. I really like this game a lot, and wish it got a revamp or a new game or something. I know there's a second one. We'll get to the second one at some point, but these games are just, they're fun. Right? You awaken to find Sub-C was wrecked in the storm. It's always strangely calm after a storm. Is it? I don't have any experience with that type of storm, so from now on you have to walk. Alright, so that's the first 2 stages. Obviously you've got an idea of this. If you haven't tried this game, I, really hope you are willing to go and try this. Go and play it. I think it's on the Nintendo Switch. Alright, so if you have the Switch, go and get that, go play it. It's just, there's so many fun things coming up, and so many good adventures coming up, and I'll get to that soon, and you'll get to follow along if you just sit and watch, but man, I really hope you all come and join me on this journey of Star Tropics. In the meantime, like, subscribe, comment about the pig showing you its butt, or anything else that you want to comment about in the ridiculousness of Star Tropics, and we'll continue that adventure soon. Adios.